what does it wasn't for me anymore actually mean? What happened behind the scenes? There's not really anything that happened really behind the scenes. And again, these questions are being fielded by a bunch of people. Nothing really happened. It was just completely out of our control. It was not anything, medical related or legal related. It was more on a personal legal matter that had nothing to do with me or any of the management on that company. And we just saw writing on the wall, and I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So we decided to just kind of dip out of that and called it a day. Still respect everybody out there. All the nurses and all the relationships that I've made. Definitely love, each and every one of them. They're still kind of running and doing their thing. But yeah, other than that, I decided to go and kind of do my own thing, and it worked out. Um, so let's see here. What did the people around you say when everything was going sideways? I don't really necessarily think everything was going sideways, but definitely saw the writing on the wall. Don't really want to go into too much detail. I mean, there are obviously people are asking these questions. Don't want to go into too much detail, but it's still, it wasn't like a terrible thing. It was just time to go. Sometimes you're there for so long and you're kind of like, you know, okay, you've been there a very long time. It's just time to start something different. And I'm fortunate enough to be able to have left that tenure, on my end, being completely, straightforward and honest with myself on that. And, I loved what I did over there, but I can't wait to replicate it and do it again. So that's kind of where that's at. Was there a moment where you thought it was all over, not just the business, but everything? Man, honestly, when I quit my 5-year tenure, I honestly wanted to take a break. I wanted to take a break from mobile IV therapy. I thought about it. I was like, man, this is a time to reflect. This is a time to focus on the marketing company. And I really started focusing on the marketing company. And I just wanted to stop in the IV world just for a little bit. You go through tons and tons of work, and then you kind of want to just relax. And I almost got brought back because not only did I miss it, but I had multiple people that I made relationships with throughout the years say like, hey, like, we miss you, come back, let's see what we can do. And I'm like, guys, like, it's not there. And I don't know, I got the fire again, and boom, there we go. So not only did I open up in Arizona, but we jumped into 9 other states, and we're running and gunning, and it's been crazy. I found it. I found the way to jump into other states without spending a ton of money, and it's working, and we're getting calls everywhere, and it's definitely a good time. But we're also focusing heavily on the marketing company as well. So, that's kind of where this went to and how it went. I could have walked away from the IV industry entirely, once my 5-year tenure was up, obviously with the AZ company. Why didn't I just leave? I really didn't want to. I wanted to just take a little bit of a break, but this field's super competitive. It's competitive, but it's also small, and everybody knows everybody. And I didn't want to lose the connections that I made over the years. And I decided like, hey, why not? So we came in, we built something pretty big, and it's still growing. It's growing every day. And, the thing is about Arizona's industry is I love the clients here. I don't just have pure IV. I have multiple clients here. I want them all to do great. That's the difference between, I would say this field's really competitive to a point where there's certain people in this field that are horrible. I mean, they just don't want you to grow. They don't want you to be a partner with them. They don't want you to do certain things without them. It's really odd to me that you try and gatekeep everything in this field.